So the other day, my mom's four-wheeler, we were getting some cows in, and it started banging and clanging in the rear end, and then it locked up. So the ring and pinion gear broke. It's a 2000 Ford TRX300, so it's 25 years old. So I got the rear end out of it, took the differential apart. There's a skid plate on the bottom of that, and with the dirt, we have a little bit of corrosion going on there. So I would say all the fluid leaked out of that a long time ago. There's the stripped out ring gear, pinion gear. That's the good part. You can kind of see the screwed up parts. There's only like 2 teeth left on it. There's the old ring gear. Parts were not available from what I could find on the internet through Honda, but eBay, China, new ring, pinion, bearings, seals, was like $120 or something. So I'm sure it would have been $1,000 if Honda still had them available. So we're going to try to JB weld that hole up. If it leaks, I'll pack it with grease and probably get a few more years out of this thing. So that 12-point nut down inside of there, great big thing, is what holds that bearing in. So I have to figure out how to get that out. It was peened over in that corner there. So I drilled a little hole and stuck a punch in there and unpeened it. But with a great big screwdriver with a wrench on it, biting on it, it won't turn. So I'm gonna have to try to make a socket or something. See what I can figure out. All right, since we don't have a vise around here, I found a spot on the bike to bolt that to and hold it steady for me. So I made a tool that will hopefully grab hold of 4 of those internal 12-point points there. Here's what I did. Took a piece of exhaust pipe, welded 4 1/4-inch bolts to it, and ground them down till they fit. And I'm going to try to heat the housing a little bit and take that nut out. And much to my surprise, it worked. And when I'm done with this project, I'll cut those welds off and clean that socket up and put it back in the toolbox. Here's the inside of there. So now that pinion gear should come out with the bearing. Alright, I'm getting back to working on this project again. Got the gears in there. Oh, that's the final product with my JB weld. I'll clean this up a little bit more this morning and wore a hole all the way through. I might put a little bit, well, I got silicone holding that. So I had 3 big holes in the housing there. 2 bolts that are non-existent now, but like I say, it's an old beater 4-wheeler. Oh, got the wrong seals. There's an old one. There's a new one, so I gotta find those 2 side seals. Then I can put her back in there and get back on the road. All right, looks like we're getting close to getting the old Honda on the road. Mom will be happy. This is her favorite bike. She used it to get feeding for the goats, herd the cattle. So I got it pretty much back together. One thing I did a couple years ago, this spline stripped here, so I just welded it to the axle. Thinking, well, if I ever have to take it off, I'll just cut it with a cut-off wheel and re-weld it. So that's what I got to do. Tighten that nut up, weld that, put the wheels on, put some oil in it, and hope it stays in there. We'll see.